Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of March. So if you haven't seen my life update video, I highly recommend that you go and check that out. I'll link it up in the cards, but basically I have a lot more time to read now, which is a lot of fun, and you'll be seeing a lot more content up on this channel now just because I have a little bit more time for my creative outlets. But because of that, I have a very ambitious TBR. I have a total of 7 books on here, so I've just kind of hit the ground running with my reading. So there's a lot of books on here that I'm really excited about, some new releases as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So starting out, I first have Stillhouse Lake by Caine, and this is the Tales and Teacups book club pick for the months of March and April. So if you're interested in participating, I'll have everything linked up in the cards and down below if you would like to kind of learn more about the book club and all of that fun stuff. So basically the premise of this story is that this woman was married to the serial killer who is sent to jail. So she basically packs up her life with their kids and moves to this isolated town next to a lake. And when this body appears in this lake with a message that is directly for her, her kind of life turns upside down. So this one seems like it's a really intense thriller. I'm really excited for it. A lot of people who I trust the reviews said they've really enjoyed this book as well, so I have very high expectations for this, but I feel like this one will just be really intense, and it's also part of a series as well. So if I end up really liking this, I can kind of jump onto a new series as well, which is always a plus. This is probably one of my most anticipated book releases of this year, and it is the Huntress by Quinn. I've already started this now. I read 50 pages last night, and basically she is the author of the Alice Network, which is probably one of my favorite books of 2018. And the premise of this one is that there's very many storylines. So it follows Nina, who was a Russian fighter pilot during World War II, and she ends up getting captured by the Huntress, who is a very notorious Nazi who's known for brutally killing many people in cold blood. Then we follow Ian, who is a Nazi bounty hunter essentially. So he's tracking down people like the Nazis that ran away and weren't able to get the proper justice, and he's made it his life goal to find out where the Huntress went because she just disappeared into thin air. And then there's also Jordan, who is a teenager in Boston, and her father just got married to this very mysterious woman from Germany, and Jordan knows that there's something off about this woman, so she's trying to figure that out. But like I said, I've already started this one, and it's already amazing, so I'm really excited for this. Me and my aunt are going to be buddy reading this together, so that will be really good as well. So yeah, this book is over 500 pages, so a lot of stuff's gonna happen, and I just can't wait. Like, I'm just so excited for this. Next is another new release that's coming out on March 19th, and it is Ambush by Nickless, and this is the 3rd book in the Sydney Parnell series. And so basically the premise of this series overall, because I actually don't know anything about this plot with these crime novels, I just go into them blind, but basically the premise of this series is that it follows Sydney, who is an ex-Marine who is now a homicide detective almost for this train company, and her sidekick is a ex-Marine as well, and he is named Clyde, who is actually a Marine dog. So it kind of takes off from there, but this series has blown me away. It's really unique, and I really like how it raises awareness and kind of creates a discussion about PTSD and providing resources to vets. And so yeah, I'm really excited for this one. You can tell, like, once I get my hands on this one, I'm just gonna devour it. So I'm super excited for this one as well. So this was a book that my aunt let me borrow when I went home for Christmas. So she's coming, like, my aunt and uncle and my cousins are coming at Easter. So I want to make sure that I finished one already, so she gave me 3. This is the 2nd one, so I want to make sure that I finish the 3 books that she gave me before she comes. So this one is The Horse Dancer. I honestly haven't read anything about it by Jojo Moyes, so I'll read the back here real quick. So it says, in a hidden quarter of London, Henry is teaching his granddaughter and her horse to defy gravity, just as he'd done in France 50 years previously. But when disaster strikes, 14-year-old Sarah is left to fend for herself. Forced to share a house with her charismatic ex-husband, her professional judgment called into question, lawyer Natasha's life seems to have gone awry. When her paths cross that of Sarah, she sees a chance to put things right. So my aunt said she really liked this, and they're very much into like equestrian stuff, and when I was younger I did all that too, so I think I'll really like this horse thing in here, like the horse stuff in here, so I'm very interested to see this one as well. She said she really liked this, so yeah, we'll see. So this was a book that my cousin got me for Christmas that was on February's TBR, but I just never got around to reading it. But this one is Year One by Nora Roberts, and basically this is like a post-apocalyptic book. I haven't honestly, I don't want to know anything about this. I've read some of the reviews on Goodreads, and they overall seem to be generally positive, so I'm really excited to see this one. It seems really creepy. Like, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm sorry if I'm not being clear, but I'm sorry if I'm not being giving too much detail about this, because generally, honestly, I don't know, but I kind of want to go into this blind. And so my cousin read this, and she said she really liked this, so I'm hoping that I'll have the same feeling with this one. And I've read a couple of Nora Roberts trilogies and some of her standalones as well, and I've really liked them, so I'm really excited to see how I feel about this one. So this is a continuation on from last month, and it is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson, and this is the third and final book in the Remnant Chronicles. So this will be the second time that I'm reading this. Me and my friend are buddy reading this from school, and so we kind of read 100 pages and then we talk about it. So we'll be continuing on with this month as well. And for the first two, I remembered the plot generally well, because I reread them leading up to this, and so this one is like reading it for the first time because there's a lot of things in here that I just don't remember, and this is probably one of my favorite YA fantasy series, so I'm really excited for this, and it's good preparation for Vow of Thieves, which comes out in August, so we're gonna read the spin-off series as well, so this is a good refresher for me for that. Finally, I have The Crown, the Official Companion, Volume 1. So it basically talks about the TV show for the dates of 1947 to 1955, and just kind of talking about what actually happened, like how they filmed this scene, like what they changed, like what was actually going on. So I think this will be really interesting. My parents just finished watching season 2, so I think this will be a good refresher for when season 3 comes out, I think in December. So I think this will be really interesting, and I am I'm a sucker for history, anything like that, so I think this will just be a really good informational one, and it's just something that I'm really interested in as well. So yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these and what your thoughts and opinions are. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.